Alright everybody, welcome back to another edition here of our modernized SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 General Manager Mode. How are y'all doing? My name is Dominic, of course, and today we are continuing on this GM mode after a successful episode last time where we saw SmackDown pull out the seemingly impossible 0-star match. I don't know what happened there, but I think it's really funny, especially considering the people involved. Either way, though, the last episode of SmackDown was clearly a bit of a transitional period for the show, and as such, we will hopefully transition that into some momentum and leading into Vengeance, which will probably be on the next episode of GM mode. So yeah, right out of the gate, promo, rivalry, and place of match, because I think what's happening is that the game doesn't like it when two created wrestlers who don't have a lot of popularity to them fight all the time. So what I'm doing, we're going to have two rivalry in place of matches, as Asuka and Sasha Banks are going to be taking a break from their rivalry, and also Edge and Roman. Let's just give them a little bit of a break because they have the thumbs down thing, and I want them to, you know, come back full swinging and stuff. However, without further ado, let's get into it. We're going to have a submission match right here in the semi-main as Becky Lynch takes on Sasha Banks, since Asuka is nowhere to be seen. In the main event, we'll have a backstage brawl. Seth Rollins, he has decided to, at the start of the show, say, you know what? Rob Van Dam, I hate you, you son of a bitch. You beat my boy Shelton Benjamin on the last episode, and I ain't gonna stand for that. However, I'm not gonna compete in the middle of the ring with you. No, no, no. You and I are gonna fight backstage. I challenge Rob Van Dam to a fight backstage. Obviously, no rules, no disqualifications, no pinfalls. It's just you and me going down and dirty. So yeah, there we go. We got Seth Rollins and Rob Van Dam fighting in the main. We have got Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks fighting in the fourth match, because in the fifth match, I want to have the freaking WWE champion. That makes sense. As Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns take on Keith Lee and Xavier Woods, with Big E as the manager on the outside. Okay, Keith Lee, Woods, and Big E, they tried to compete in the six-man tag last episode. They didn't do so well, so maybe this time, Keith Lee alongside Xavier Woods can get the job done with Big E in their corner. However, Big E is going to have a match, because obviously there is the background feud between Big E and Woods versus Cesaro and Pete Dunne. Big E's going to be in singles competition against Peter Dunne, so there's that as well. And we've got another tag team match here, tornado tag this time, because we don't really do a lot of tornado tags, I noticed, as Asuka and Melina take on Mickie James and Bayley, because of course Bayley, she's friends with Sasha Banks. Banks has a match later on, so that kind of works, I guess. And then lastly, for just a little bit of fun, we're going to have Edge and Shelton Benjamin compete in a First Blood match. Edge, he thinks of Rob Van Dam as a good friend to him because of their days in the Ruthless Aggression era and the Attitude era, sorta. And Edge, you know, he's sick of all this mistreatment. Well, with Shelton Benjamin and Seth Rollins basically taking on Rob Van Dam single-handedly, so Edge, he's deciding to fight on behalf of RVD against Shelton Benjamin in a First Blood match. But yes, simulate as Shelton Benjamin defeats the #1 contender for the WWE title. Maybe Shelton Benjamin could be looking to challenge Roman for the title. I mean, screw it. I would be totally down for it. Why not? Bayley and Mickie James defeat Asuka and Melina. Big E defeats Pete Dunne because, I don't know, Big E, he's just a big, strong boy. A lot of tongue-in-cheek by saying that with the match involving Pete Dunne. As Sasha Banks defeats Becky Lynch in a submission match. A match pitting two submission specialists, with Sasha proving to be the better submission specialist person. Tag team match, Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns defeat Keith Lee and Xavier Woods. Maybe this whole Keith Lee, Woods, and Big E thing just ain't working out. Maybe that's what this is telling me. It just ain't working out. However, Rob Van Dam somehow works out a way to beat the hell out of Seth Rollins backstage in this knockout, drag out, brawl this fight. Let's see if we win. I think we win. I think that was a pretty good show in terms of ratings. Fan change Raw plus 110,000. We're on a roll, ladies and gentlemen. We have 3 in a row. New record. We have 3 in a row victories over SmackDown. We are doing great. And again, a 0-star match with Lesnar. Does this game have like a weird hatred for Brock Lesnar or something? What in the hell? Lesnar, he is not looking good with these 0-star matches. And this time it was with Adam Cole, which admittedly will be a pretty fun match indeed. I don't know, man. This game, I don't know what's going on, but we're doing good. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good with the thumbs down and such, though. This sucks. This sucks. I'm sad now. That seems to be the main problem that we're dealing with, is the rivalries. So many thumbs down all the time. I don't know what the deal is, especially with this one. I don't know. Either way, though, I have to continue the rivalry. I can't start a new rivalry. We are only a few weeks away from Vengeance. We are so close that, like, I have to just work with these rivalries, I guess. So here, I'll put rivalry in place of match for Keith Lee and Daniel Bryan. Edge and Roman can have a match or be involved in the same match, as we'll have a triple threat, because why not? Edge, he lost to Shelton Benjamin, of all people. So maybe Shelton Benjamin, he could be trying to raise his stock a little bit with that victory. Perhaps if he were to beat both Edge and Roman Reigns, maybe he could be a future challenger for the WWE title. I don't know. That would be an awesome world. However, prior to that, we're going to have Rob Van Dam taking on Daniel Bryan, since I guess we're going to have, this break in the feuds for Keith and Daniel, and of course, Van Dam and Seth. So we can just do this, RVD versus Daniel Bryan. And then, because why not, Intercontinental Championship. Keith Lee, this is kind of what I wanted the feud to be anyways. Keith Lee and Seth Rollins for the IC title. Change that so that's the main event, because that's a fun-ass main event. And then maybe we might have something. Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch alongside Asuka. Because Asuka isn't, she wants to get a good look at her opponent, Sasha Banks. And you know what? Screw it. This is also for a title. Why not? Screw it. It's my show. I don't care. You got the IC title and the women's title on the line. That's some fun stuff. Okay, if Becky Lynch were to win it back, then maybe there's even more precedent to the idea of that being a triple threat match. However, here we'll also have another fatal 4-way match as Melina and Mickie James, they're in the rivalry, and then Asuka and Bayley, because that's the tag team match from the last week. Former tag team partners are now battling against one another as well in this fatal 4-way. I don't know. Let's just have some fun with it. That's kind of it. We're just having some fun with it. And then lastly, we'll have another tag team match. This time with Big E and Xavier Woods taking on Pete Dunne and Cesaro, because we've been kind of dealing with this being like a feud basically since the start of the show. So why not just have another tag team match? Why not? But yeah, to close out this episode, we've got Big E and Xavier Woods defeating the tag team champions Pete Dunne and Cesaro. Bayley defeats everybody. Mickie James, Melina, and Asuka. Okay, she's not even doing anything. Perhaps we should be paying more attention to the Bayley. Rob Van Dam defeats Daniel Bryan, which is not really what I wanted, but you know what? I'll work with it. RVD defeats Daniel Bryan. Edge beats Shelton Benjamin and Roman Reigns, cementing that, no, he is truly the #1 contender, and he proves it for a damn reason. That's a good reason, as Becky Lynch gets the title back. Becky Lynch, Asuka, Sasha, that has to culminate in a triple threat match at the next pay-per-view. There we go. I love it. And in the main event, Keith Lee. Keith Lee beats Seth Rollins, cementing this feud now as the one for the title. I don't know, maybe that'll be a fatal 4-way. Now that I think about it, maybe that can be a fatal 4-way at the pay-per-view. I'm not too sure, but that is some good stuff there. That's some good stuff there. A lot of action, a lot of interesting outcomes from this episode of Raw. And hopefully we got a victory. No! SmackDown plus 150,000? What? Raw, we're dipping again. That was a lot for SmackDown to win. Why? Why did they win that? Oh, that's why, because Brock Lesnar didn't have a 0-star match. That's probably why. Fair enough. Fair enough. But also, you had 2 TLC matches, 2 steel cage matches, and a tables match. Like, get out of here. Get out of here, SmackDown. Because I guess I have to make this rivalry again? Melina and Mickie James for some reason? Why? Why do I have to make this again? Okay, I guess I had to make that rivalry again. Maybe I should make another rivalry to start now, leading into the next pay-per-view, which is SummerSlam after Vengeance. So maybe what I'll do is I'll start The Fiend versus Shelton Benjamin now. I think that's something. That is something we could work with. Okay. That's something we can do. Okay, we'll have The Fiend versus Shelton Benjamin going up all the way until SummerSlam. Yeah, I think that could be good. That could be some good stuff as we're leading into the next episode, which will have the Vengeance pay-per-view. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's a good time to end off this episode of our SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 Modernized General Manager Mode. If you guys like it, please let me know by hitting the like button down below. Comment anything you want to comment. Subscribe if you haven't already, but if you have, why not hit the bell to be notified of everything we do here on Grapple Nation. Of course, my name is Dominic, and have a good day. Bye-bye.